There was a Windows 95. How old are you? You don't have to tell me exactly, but how old are you? Yeah, let me show you a picture. Windows 95. Here. Let me show you the beauty. The beauty that was Windows 95. Look at this. My God. My God. It was gorgeous. And you know how many games this baby ran? You know how many fucking games this baby would play? Oh, I had them all on CD-ROM. CD-ROM. Not CD, CD-ROM. Yup, pinball, pinball. A couple. Like at least 3. Only one at a time. CD, not floppy? It depended on the game. Depended on the game. But CD-ROM was really cool for some games. Really cool. Really cool. Remember playing the skiing game? Wait, the one with the abominable snowman and it something about it was like scary and obscure and weird. Yeah. I remember that one. Was it called Avalanche? What was it called? I don't remember. Ski Free? Is that what it was? I don't know. You had CD-ROMs, I only had floppies. Really depended on the game. Really depended. But I remember some of the later games coming out on CD-ROM and I was like, oh my God. So futuristic. Wow, look, it's on a disc. I remember being like amazed when you could pop a disc into a disc drive. I was like, holy shit. The fact that the disc drive came out with the little tray, something about putting a disc in the tray and then pressing a button and it goes and pulls the disc in felt so cool. When they had trays instead of you just shoving the CD in the front. Oh my God. I don't know what it was. It felt so cool. It was so futuristic. You had it ramped up, you'd hear it go and spin up. Oh man, the little optical bit would spin. Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. Yeah, it was the future. Remember playing this game, the spacecraft? You controlled the joystick. You had to connect to the PC. So many cables. I had this one joystick. Wait, let me see. Let me see if I can find a picture of the exact one that I had. I had this old joystick that had like 2 buttons on it. One for thumb and one for trigger finger. And it had like light purple buttons. And it was gray. Was it called the Thrustmaster? That sounds like something that would have existed at that time. Wait, I might have found a picture of one. Hold on. Wait, this might be it. Oh my God! Wait, I found one. Let me show you the. I had 2 different ones, but the one I remember using the most was this. It looked like this, but I had like one that was purely PC. It looked just like this, but the bottom was different. Do you see the vision? Is that TOS? It's a joystick. You remember this one? I loved this thing. The number of games you could play with it was crazy. And I think because we played so many games with joysticks at the time, that was why I got so used to like inverted Y-axis. So now when I play games and people in chat see me, I'm like, oh, hold on guys, open a new game, gotta check controls. And I go to the setting to invert Y. Like, everyone's always like, what are you doing? What is happening? But I don't know. Back or down means you aim up. That's just, you're tilting back. That's just what it is. You tilt your head back. Boom. That's just how it is, man. Yeah, you guys had that with the round base. That's mine was like that too. Yeah. Vertical invert camera is a sign of an OG. It's one of those things where like everyone I know who's above a certain age and played games like when they were, you know, younger or at a certain time, every one of them inverts Y. Every single one. And then after a certain point, everyone plays without inverted Y. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just what I'm used to. It's just what I do, man. It just freaks me out when I have to when I move up on the stick and it turns the character's head down. Or sorry, up rather. Because my idea is imagine the stick is on the back of someone's head. Okay, if you push the stick up, their head would tilt down, right? If you push the stick down, their head would tilt up. That's it. That's how it is with the camera. It's like you're holding the back of it and you're moving the back of it with your thumb. That's how it's always been in my head. So, I don't know. X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and Descent. Yeah. I don't know. I miss a lot of games from that era, but then when I go back to them, I'm like, wow, these are pretty shit. Some of them do not survive well. I tried replaying a long while ago. I tried replaying, I wanted to do old, like, CRPGs. I opened up Icewind Dale. Okay, Icewind Dale, if anyone remembers that. And I opened Baldur's Gate 2. This was when they announced 3. I was like, oh my god, I loved Baldur's Gate. So I went and opened 2, and I was like, wow, I don't want to play this because the UI is so shit. It's so clunky. It's a good game, but it's so clunky. I was like, I don't want to do this right now. It's the way I feel about Morrowind. Love Morrowind, but every time I open it, if I'm not modding the fuck out of it, I'm like, I do not want to navigate these menus. I don't want to navigate this dialogue. I don't want to do it. Right? So that's how I felt about some of those older games. Daggerfall. Oh yeah, yeah. It's so much. It's just so much. You have to really commit. You have to really commit. For anything older than 10 years ago, you run it on your laptop and capture card because it breaks multi-window support. I used to do that too. Yeah. You can also just you can run a VM and just do it that way. You can. You modded Oblivion for hours and then quit within 10 minutes. I still like Oblivion like OG as it is, if I'm being honest. Nothing like Quake 3 Arena using the T key to open chat. I loved Quake 3 Arena. I loved Quake so much. I showed chat the other day. I showed them gameplay of Atomic Bomberman. I want to say this is a couple weeks ago. I was talking about old games. And I was like, does anyone remember Atomic Bomberman? Because I loved when you opened the game and the screen shows the title of the game and the guy just says, Atomic Bomberman. And I was like, I still feel this way. I just miss when you'd open a game and they'd just say the name of the game. There would just be some voice, some dude who would just be like, name of game 2. I really liked that. I loved it. I loved it. At some point on Alt, you're going to see me open Vangers. It's going to happen. I want to try the Steam version. It's another one where I was like, I don't think anyone will ever understand how much I like this game. Stupid fucking game. And then the thing is, when I ask how many people know of that game, so few of them actually played it. They only know about it because apparently some YouTuber made a video on it. Which I didn't know. I never searched for Vangers content because I figured no one really, played the fucking game. And I found that some dude made a video on it. And there's so many people being like, I am now a person who magically remembers Vangers. And I was like, okay. Because in my life, whenever I've gone around and asked people if they played it, they did not know what it was. Or at some point, they'd be like, I heard about it, but I never played it. And I guess they heard about it because, a YouTuber made a video. But I love that fucking game. The lore of it, insane.